There's many standards for what you want to do in your life. Some come from our parents. What do our parents want for us? What do our friends think is cool? What do our bosses expect of us? What does society as a whole value? To me, following your fascination is the best standard because it taps into our curiosity, the thing that piques your interest the most, and the thing that you don't have knowledge of yet that intrigues you the most. It's a uniquely human thing, this curiosity that we have to find things out, to understand things that we don't understand, and to be motivated by that. If you're following your fascination, you know that it's your path because it's your fascination. Sometimes it's a slow path and you don't get pats on the back from society, but it's a litmus test of how you can be sure that what you're doing in life is based on your standards, not on society's or your parents or your friends, but what's really most important in terms of what you're going to get out of life, your personal taste of life. To me, that's what's most important, and that's what we should hope to get out of life, and that's what we should try to get out of life. And the way to try to get that out of life that's best, I believe, is to follow your fascination. The thing that calls to you, the thing that beckons to you, is something that you may not feel fulfilled in life. You may regret if you don't follow it. Following our fascinations really helps us with finding who we are. It's important to find who you are, but you can't just do a lot of navel gazing, like, this is who I am. You have to interact with life. You have to live. You have to do stuff. But then the question is, well, what do I do in order to get that experience, to figure out who I am? And in my view, one of the most effective ways of finding out who you are is to engage in life by following your fascinations. Following the things that uniquely pique your curiosity, your personality's curiosity. To begin with, if you have any doubt whatsoever, just start doing stuff. I don't know what I want to do. I kind of like baking. I'm going to go get a job as a baker. It will quickly tell you. Reality will tell you. Oh God, no, not this. I thought I wanted to do this. I thought I was fascinated by it, but the truth is I can't stand it. Or you'll be like, oh wow, I actually really do love this. And so that'll tell you something more, and then you'll become fascinated by that or something that's an extension of that. It'll lead you further down the path, and none of that is wasted because it all helps you grow. It all informs you. All of that experience in the direction of your fascinations helps you to understand more and more who you are, and you gain skills along the way. So it's all good. Your fascinations change as you answer your fascinations. If you follow your fascination long enough, there can come a time when you're no longer fascinated with that thing. And in my view, that should be accepted. That should be okay. And that you shouldn't hold yourself to a fascination when it's no longer fascinating to you. That's another advantage of following your fascination is it's organic in the sense of there's often a beginning to the fascination, and at some point it can taper off. Now, not for everything. Some things we'll be fascinated with, particularly things that are creative, that we create, because creating means you're always drawing new connections, and so creating, in a sense, never stops being fascinating. So if you find something that just really does it for you in terms of creating, maybe you'll never stop being fascinated with that. When you're going after your fascinations, be really careful about naysayers, the people who are going to tell you, you got to get on a path and it's got to be a socially acceptable path. Go be a doctor, go be a lawyer, become a dentist. What are you doing with your life? Just try not to listen to those people and try not to have those people in your life too much. What's really important is what you get out of your life for your own experience of it while you have this rare, brief chance to do so. I mean, you won the lottery by being born as a human being. Take advantage of that. Also, beware of thinking that you have to do what you're good at. You don't. Some people are naturally just gifted at some things, and people say, oh, it's such a shame that you're not doing that. It's not a shame. You don't owe anything to your talents. You owe something to your chance to experience life. And a lot of times what we're fascinated by is actually something that we haven't experienced yet, or that we're not good at. and we want to become good at it. We value it. That's what's important, not that we're naturally gifted at something. I think George Burns said, I'd rather be a failure at something I love than a success at something I hate. When we discover who we are and we follow our fascinations, we don't ever have to wonder then if we're following our true selves, if we're doing what's most important to us. We never have to wonder if we should be doing something else with our life. Deep down, when you're following your fascination, and if you do believe in that principle, you can tell yourself, you know what, I'm getting a lot of static from society, from my parents, from friends, whatever. But deep down, I know that this thing that I'm pursuing right now in my life, that is what fascinates me the most. And I don't know where it's going to end up, but I know I'm doing the right thing by pursuing truly what's important to me. There's no guarantees, but it will lead me somewhere, and that somewhere will lead me somewhere else, and it will get closer and closer and closer to who and what I truly am and what I most value in life.